Epstein Files were released, or some subset of Epstein Files, and immediately people were taken to the internet stating it's a psyop because the influencers were given these binders and the overall delivery of the information appears unofficial and unprofessional. So let's take a look at what's available. So last night, Attorney General Pam Bondi went on the Jesse Waters show to state that today some information would be released, and she said it in a way that seemed a bit unsure. So I'll play that portion.
Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah. What you're going to see hopefully tomorrow is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information, but it's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay, well.
So then yesterday I highlighted a response. Dr. Simon Goddick posted a response from the DOJ. It was a response to Representative Luna's request to release the Epstein JFK files, and he concludes that they're protecting someone and it's not you, they being the FBI and possibly DOJ. So this is a text to a letter. I noticed that there is this text. So in this paragraph, Patrick Davis, Principal Deputy Assistant Attorney General, states what was requested by Representative Luna. That is information on the ending of the life of John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy Sr., Martin Luther King Jr., as pursuant to Trump's Executive Order 1476. And then this next paragraph is rhetoric. The integrity of criminal investigations and prosecutions is essential to every component of the department's mission to uphold the rule of law, keep our nation safe, protect civil rights. The department remains committed to meeting its legal record-keeping obligations as it pursues that mission. We are reviewing your request and look forward to engaging further to accommodate your oversight and legislative needs. So there's literally no useful information in this. No, we're conducting necessary redactions to protect the victims and victims' families. Even though some on the right would argue that's emotional blackmail, it is reasonable on both sides of the spectrum to avoid putting the innocents' names out there if it could be avoided. But I took this letter as a bit of a warning sign that perhaps communications within the DOJ for PR is not quite matching with what the public had hoped for. So today, Liz Wheeler posts, President Trump and AG Pam Bondi committed to releasing the Epstein files. The FBI was told to deliver the files to Bondi. They did, about 200 pages. Bondi smelled a rat because there was nothing juicy in the 200 pages, just flight logs and Rolodex of phone numbers, no smoking gun. Still, Bondi promised to release the documents, so she prepared a binder of them. Then, last night, a whistleblower contacted Bondi and revealed that the SDNY was hiding potentially thousands of files, defying Bondi's order to give them to her. So in addition to paper files, there were apparently recordings. Liz goes on to say, these swamp creatures at SDNY deceived Bondi, Kash, and you. Be outraged that the binder is boring. You should be, because the deep S lied to your face. The binder is powerful because it's tangible physical evidence of the disgusting stunt the SDNY tried to pull. Bondi is now demanding all of the Epstein video evidence from SDNY, plus investigation into the persons who committed this act of defiance. The media has betrayed you again. They lie to you, they smear you, they gaslight you. They deserve no special access to real-time exposure of corruption because they played a role in covering up in the first place. You are the media. Elon said, yes, we are. So celebrate the regular people or being given access to the most powerful people in our country, and be very angered that deep state in the swamp at SDNY are at this very moment defying President Trump and Bondi. And then the reason why I decided to do a video is because I saw Mike Flynn's response. I was like, what? So General Mike Flynn says, get the names of the guilty. He says this in all caps. That should be easy. Do not fire them. Publicly arrest them. Give the whistleblower a medal and a bonus. Release every single file now and do not hold back on any of the information except the victims' identities. Shut down the SDNY completely. They are absolutely worthless. That's a lot of fire from General Flynn. General Mike Flynn's anger appears to be coming in response to a letter that was shared. It's from Attorney General Pam Bondi to current Director FBI Kash Patel. Tim comments on it stating, breaking, FBI NY appears to have gone rogue. AG letter says the FBI NY is withholding critical Epstein documents. This after reports that the FBI was secretly destroying Epstein documents. What is happening? All right, and here's the letter. Dear Director Patel, before you came into office, I requested the full and complete files related to Jeffrey Epstein. In response to this request, I received approximately 200 pages of documents, which consist primarily of flight logs, Epstein's list of contacts, and a list of victims' names and phone numbers. I repeatedly questioned whether this was a full set of documents responsive to my request, and was repeatedly assured by the FBI that we had received the full set of documents. Late yesterday, I learned from a source that the FBI field office in New York was in possession of thousands of pages of documents related to the investigation and indictment of Epstein. Despite my repeated requests, the FBI never disclosed the existence of these files. When you and I spoke yesterday, you were just as surprised as I was to learn of this new information. By 8 a.m. tomorrow, February 28th, the FBI will deliver the full and complete Epstein files to my office, including all records, documents, audio and video recordings, and materials related to Jeffrey Epstein and his clients, regardless of how such information was obtained. There will be no withholdings or limitations to my or your access. The Department of Justice will ensure that any public disclosure of these files will be done in a manner to protect the privacy of victims in accordance with laws, as I have done my entire career as a prosecutor. I am also directing you to conduct an immediate investigation into why my order to the FBI was not followed. You will deliver to me a comprehensive report of your findings and proposed personal action within 14 days. I appreciate your immediate attention to this important matter. I know that we are both committed to transparency for the American people, and I look forward to continuing to work with you to serve our president and our country. So it's a burning hot letter here. Pam's obviously angry about this. And then there's controversy about how the information that we do have access to tonight was released. So we'll go to this post by Representative Anna Paula Luna. I nor the task force were given or reviewed the Epstein documents being released today. A New York Post story just revealed that the documents will be simply Epstein's phone book. This is not what we or the American people asked for, and a complete disappointment. Get us information we asked for. And she goes ahead and posts the New York Post story. A popular account on X, Ian Miles Chong, tries to bring clarity to the situation. He says, I've talked with several influencers who were handed phase 1 of the Epstein files, and here's what I can verify. The DOJ is actively posting the files online right now for public viewing. They will be available shortly. The influencers were originally there for an entirely unrelated purpose. About 2 hours into the meeting we attended, they received the binders and were then summoned to the Oval Office to meet Trump. They initially left the binders behind, but grabbed them before heading out. As they exited, a swarm of cameras greeted them. Some struck poses, though it wasn't rehearsed. Notably, there wasn't much time for anyone to really dive into the materials. It appears most of it is already publicly available information. I guess that's the key, is that the information that was released is nothing new. Building on that, Ed states, no, the FBI didn't release any Epstein files publicly. Everything listed below was already available under the Biden administration. What is the Trump administration hiding? Dump it all publicly. What's taking so long? Why are you so scared? Obviously, Ed is a biased source against the Republicans, so I'm sharing his comment just to show from his left-wing perspective, nothing groundbreaking was released this evening. And in cooperation, David Relay states, this is incredible. The redacted page is what was given to the influencers at the White House today. The unredacted page has been freely available on the internet for years. This is a disclosure. So this shows that there is some disorganization in a disclosure, because this redacted page is what was given to the influencers. So you see everything's redacted, while the unredacted version of that page was already available in the public domain. Absolute embarrassment. Savannah was one of the influencers invited to the White House for an unrelated event, supposedly. Here's her take on the matter.
Hey guys, this is Savannah Hernandez in front of the White House with, yes, one of those Epstein file binders. Now, I want to clear something up immediately and state that nobody from the Trump admin gave us these binders and said, you guys are going to be the ones responsible for disseminating this information. They actually told us that there's going to be a press conference at any moment now, most likely this afternoon, in which all of the information in this binder is made available to the American public. Now, Pam this morning stated to us that some of the information in here is already public, and she doesn't really feel that any of this information is a smoking gun. The big story here is Pam writing a letter to Kash Patel asking him to investigate why the FBI has stopped the release of other portions of the Epstein files. So that is what is currently going on, and I wanted to come out as a journalist as well and state that, again, we are not responsible for deciding what does or does not come out All of the information in this binder will be made public. Pam Bondi herself stated that she wants all of the Epstein files to be made public to the American people, not just to influencers or independent journalists, but that in itself has been a process. Now, one of the reasons why I have this is because the Trump admin right now is making a big push for not only transparency, but being welcoming to independent journalists who might have been looked down on, ignored, or even censored over the last 4 years. This administration is making a big push right now to allow American people to come into the Oval Office, to come into the White House and directly talk to the president, the vice president, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, RFK Jr. about what they are going to be doing for the American people.
Yeah, it's a great change there. And what she said was essentially a summary of this video so far. So Trump's pick for FBI, Kash Patel, did respond to Pam's angry letter indirectly in a very politically correct manner. In an ex post, he states, "The FBI is entering a new era, one that will be defined by integrity, accountability, and the unwavering pursuit of justice. There will be no cover-ups, no missing documents, and no stone left unturned, and anyone with the prior or current bureau who undermines this will be swiftly pursued and brought to justice. If there are any gaps in the Epstein investigation, we will find them. If records have been hidden, we will uncover them. And we will bring everything we find to the DOJ to be fully assessed and transparently disseminated to the American people as it should be. The oath we take is to the law and the Constitution, and under my leadership, that promise will be upheld without compromise." So a nice message. The key message to his underlings are that anyone from the prior or current bureau who undermines this will be swiftly pursued and brought to justice. If so many are on the D party side, I'm not sure how easily that will occur, but I guess we'll see. This is an opportunity for Kash Patel's leadership to shine through. My immediate impression of what happened is that the exchange between Pam and Kash is not irregular warfare tactics propaganda. These emotionally upset people are at all levels of society, and those that have the influence to hide information will do so for very petty reasons. Important to note that the emotionally vulnerable are trauma bonded to the unscrupulous psychopaths, and so you have these various broken people in different levels of our society attempting to operate normally, but resulting in political dichotomies that occur in organizations. Elon Musk also agrees with Kash Patel. He retweeted his post that the FBI is entering a new era, so I have faith and confidence that things will get better. We just gotta continue to outsmart the homo demons. All right, thanks for watching.
The golden age of America begins right now.
Important for us to use our physical as well as spiritual eyes. Long live the king. Using my own physical eyes, I am aware that Sebastian C's old YouTube did contain capital letters spelling the word Satan for some reason. I consider this to be showing edge, but using the spiritual eye, I have to be wary of any dark intent. Donald Trump is a very special man who has taught us that the circumstances under which we're living are indeed very special and likely relating to our utility of mind and spirit. Thanks for watching.